Teacher.
Yes, Bobby, what is it again?
I've been thinking for a long time now. Why do some poor young men who are already struggling to take care of themselves go ahead and marry poor dependent girls, and then both of them become poor couples and still give birth to many children they cannot provide for?
That is a big question, Bobby. Hope you are not trying to insult my ancestors this morning.
Teacher, I'm not asking because I'm curious. I'm asking because I'm the sixth child of my poor parents. 6 of us hawk bottled water in the market after school. Even on weekends, we are still hawking while other children are sleeping or watching cartoons. Why didn't my parents stop at 1 or 2 children? What pushed them?
Bobby, many poor men go into marriage because they believe marriage brings God's favor. The Bible said in Proverbs chapter 18 verse 22 that he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord.
Then I ask, after obtaining the favor they hoped for, why didn't they check whether that favor was enough to start having children? Didn't they know that if couples fail to plan and prepare before having children, they have already planned and prepared to fail the children they will bring into the world? Relying on hope is useless because hope without action is empty.
Bobby, some couples believe that God commanded humans to multiply. In the Bible, Genesis chapter 1 verse 28, God said, "Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth."
That excuse is weak, teacher. After all, God didn't say, even if you are poor, scatter children everywhere. When couples give birth to the first child and see their condition is not improving, and then the second child comes and things get worse, why can't they stop there and use their common sense to reason that if God wanted them to multiply, he would first multiply their food instead of their poverty?
But Bobby, look at it this way. If your parents stopped after their second child, would you even be in this class arguing with me today?
Of course I wouldn't. Maybe I would be in America as the grandson of the president.
In your dreams, maybe you'll be the first son of a madman on the street.
Never.
You can never tell. Another thing, Bobby, some poor couples end up having many children because of competition.
Teacher, competition for what? Poverty Olympics?
Maybe the neighbor has 4 children, so they want to have 5.
If someone is already poor, what is he competing for? World's best struggling family?
Sometimes trying to get a particular gender, most times a son, leads poor couples to born many children.
Having many children while trying to get a son? Shouldn't they first create a life that any child, boy or girl, can survive in?
Again, Bobby, some men marry even when they know that life is tough because they hope marriage will turn things around for them.
Teacher, hope is good, but hope without planning is just gambling. If your salary cannot feed you alone, why add another person and why add children on top?
Bobby, don't forget that love is blind. Love is blind. People don't calculate when they are in love.
But love is supposed to open its eyes after marriage. If love wants to stay blind, fine. But why should innocent children suffer because their parents refuse to use common sense?
Bobby, some men also rush into marriage because of pressure. Family pressure, cultural pressure, village pressure, peer pressure. They fear being left behind by their peers and being called irresponsible.
Teacher, pressure is not strong enough to force people into lifelong suffering. Why not resist the pressure and build a life first? Responsibility comes before reputation.
Bobby, life is not always logical. People take risks. Some believe that once they marry, they will find a reason to work harder and succeed.
Teacher, working harder is not the same as working wisely. My father works hard. He leaves the house early and comes back late and tired. Yet every day my family still shares one piece of meat like we are dividing inheritance. Hard work without planning leads nowhere. If hard work alone solved poverty, my family would be billionaires by now.
Bobby,
Teacher,
maybe your parents did the best they could with what they knew.
I believe that, but doing your best is different from doing what is wise. If they stopped at 2 children, maybe the 2 would live well, but they had 6. Now all of us are struggling like contestants in a survival show we never applied for.
So what is your marriage advice to people, Mr. Philosopher?
Simple and clear. If you don't have money, don't rush into marriage. If you marry, plan properly. If the plan is failing, pause. If pausing doesn't work, don't add another child to the chaos. Children are not decorations, they are responsibilities.
Honestly, your points are strong, Bobby, but life is complicated.
Teacher, life is only complicated when we refuse to think. Let people think before they rush into marriage. Let people think before they give birth. Let people think before they multiply. Let people think before they bring innocent children into a life of hunger, hustling, and hawking in the streets when they should be enjoying childhood.
Bobby, you have worried my spirit today.
Teacher, I'm only saying what many children like me cannot say. Parents should really think before giving birth. Children deserve better than hunger, struggle, and hawking under the sun.
Anyway, if you can't cope with your family anymore, I'm ready to adopt you temporarily.
God forbid.
What is that supposed to mean, Bobby?
Are you asking me, teacher?
Chai.